Community, beautiful day. Reverend Gill.
We're just happy that you're all here. We have a very special day for you. Very special. First of all, it's sunny and there's no snow coming down, so that's a good start. We're really excited to have Charles Holt with us. And And I think with that, we're going to invite Susan to lead us in our opening song.
Okay, I think she can do that. She's here. We're going to get the lyrics up on the screen for you, and this is one we've done before. It's called More of Who We Are. Little Ricky Byers for you this morning. Woo! I think that was, the dog was barking in agreement. A little intro. Oh, could you please stand? Would you please stand and get some energy going in the room? And yeah. All right. Here we go. I will meet you with my heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more who we are. More who we are. I will touch you with my soul to soul. Let us touch again, and then may we become more who we are. More who we are. I will meet you silently, breath to breath. Let us breathe as one, and then may we become more who we are. More who we are. I will touch you with my heart to heart. Let us touch again, and then may we become more who we are. I'm not done with you yet. I think we should do that last verse again, because you sound so good. If you could just sing a little louder for me, that would be great. And maybe I could do a harmony, you never know. All right, you ready? Here we go. I will touch you with my heart to heart. Let us touch again, and then may we become more who we are. More who we are. More who we are. All right, thank you.
All right. We have a reading today, and then we will go into our time of meditation after the reading. The reading is from Donna Ashworth, and she writes, "In Untold Glory, if the world lost its infrastructure," should I do this? Yeah. Okay. Better? If the world lost its infrastructure overnight, and we all came together to rebuild, who would you become? A planner or a carer? Perhaps you'd be a forager or a healer. You may rise to the fore as a leader, take to the fields as a farmer, or work with your hands to build new. You might be the storyteller, the music, or the art. Perhaps if life was more simple, we would not struggle to recognize our gifts. It would be obvious, natural. We would simply pick up tools and do what we knew intrinsically, the things our soul just gets. Remember, we are not here to explode in a giant ball of mesmerizing light, drowning the world with our brilliance. We are simply here to live. And there is much skill, much untold glory in the things you do so beautifully every day. So let us prepare for meditation. And just, I start wandering around. I guess I have to stay here. So let us begin this time by just taking a breath in. Noticing your feet on the floor, your hips in the seat, your back up against the chair. And know that just are you supported by this chair, you are supported by the divine. You are supported and loved in every single way. So now taking a breath in and letting it go at your pace. With this next breath in, maybe going a little deeper. And on the out breath, letting go. Breathing in a little deeper. Breathing out, letting go. Just one more time. Breathing in deeper. Breathing out and letting go. Now on this next in-breath, bringing your attention to your heart space. Just breathing there. Breathing in and out through the heart. Just breathing here and knowing you are absolutely loved. Breathing into the heart. And on this day of song and music, maybe you notice a song in your heart. A song put there by God. The song that is yours to be and express what God created you to be. You are an expression of light, the love of God. And as you listen to your heart, what song is yours to sing today? Is it love? Is it peace? Is it joy? Whatever is yours, let it be. Let it be expressed through you and as you, knowing you have everything you need to be all that you were created to be. So in this moment, remaining in the heart and listening to that song, being willing and available in the silence. Now gently bringing your attention back, but knowing you can always come back to this place in your heart and listen for what is mine to do. And so it is.
Thank you, Rev Deb, for that. I want to thank Unity for inviting us to crash their party at 11:30. Thank you so much. I've actually enjoyed it so far because I didn't have to get up as early, so that was good. So we did this because we had Charles coming to town, and he is an incredible gift. Any of you who were here, who was here yesterday? There you go. All right. So was it good? Yeah. All right. And what I learned was that Charles brings his heart to all of it and shares from his experience and his love and his desire to constantly grow and become more of who he is. And that, coupled with the ability to sing like a Broadway star and to give all of himself on the stage and to tell stories, makes him an incredible gift. So we are going to welcome him to share the message through his speaking and his music, and we invite you to come forward. You're on.
Well, good morning. What a difference a day makes, huh? Well, when I flew in, I got here the night before. When was it? My days are running together. This is Super Bowl Sunday. I guess everybody knows the Super Bowl is happening today. But I got here late Friday night, and it was so cold. I said, I live in New York City. Did I really leave, or am I having a dream? It is so cold here. Then I woke up yesterday morning to a text from Reverend Hill. It says, "Oh, I bet you didn't expect this." I said, "Expect what?" Open the blinds. It's snowing. So look, we are waiting for snow in New York. In New York City, we want it to snow when it's supposed to snow. We don't mind the snow. We know that we're going to shovel, anywhere from 6 to 12 inches, maybe even higher. But when it doesn't snow, we get nervous. So thank you for the snow yesterday, even though it was a big surprise. It is my joy to be here with you today. We had a wonderful time last night. The thing that I love is I just let Spirit do what it does through me. I just let it do it. I've spent years and years and years being a control freak over my talents and my gifts, and now it's just time for me to surrender and say, you just do it. Come and sing through me, sing me, speak me. So I'm going to do that this morning. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a Broadway actor. I was in Lion King for almost 5 years. I did Smokey Joe's Cafe and Jesus Christ Superstar. That's what I did. That's not who I am, though. What I am is a divine expression of the Most High. And so this has been an interesting journey. I grew up in the South, the third child, and my life was just planned for me. Didn't happen that way. Now fast forward, I went into the artistic world, and so we moved to 2020. Recognize that? So by this time, I've come off a cruise ship in Europe, and I'm in Atlanta. That's a leading. You're supposed to be in Atlanta. Got an apartment in Atlanta. It's April 2020. So my mind is now unraveling because I thought that this new thing called the global pandemic was only going to last a short period of time. I was in New York for 9/11. I was in Lion King at the time, and so Disney called, and we got calls that say the show is canceled for this evening. It's canceled until further notice. I thought that was the same thing that was happening in April of 2020. But the first week of April 2020, there was something that shifted in my mind. And I finally said, this is not 9/11. This is something else. And I don't know what it is. Nobody knew what it was. I said, let me cook some soup. Cooking is kind of cathartic to me. It's a place for me to allow what's in my head to leave. And I'm sitting there washing some greens, getting ready to make a red lentil soup. And all of a sudden, my mind takes over. Look what you've gotten yourself into now. you don't know what you're going to do. Everything you do is in front of people. There's no more of that. You don't even know when you're going to be on the stage again. And look at your life. And so I went down through this rabbit hole, this tirade of events. You know, as a performing artist, things don't happen the way it does for 9 to 5. We just live according to the gigs that we get. So my life at that time was inundated with all of these thoughts that had come from my mother, my parents, my siblings, my uncles. My mother wanted me to stay at IBM. I worked for IBM right out of college, and my mother said, you should stay there 35 years and get those benefits, and then when you're ready to retire, get on out. It'll do you good. You'll have a house, plenty of cars, anything you want. And then everybody else was telling me, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. And my heart said something different. My heart loved the stage. I wanted to stay on the stage. I moved to Broadway. I moved to New York. I moved to New York with $400 in my pocket. My mother asked me before I left, she said, well, you've left the job that I thought would take you farther than anything else, and you've accepted to move to the worst city in the whole world, and you are stepping into something that yields nothing, son. Please do me a favor. I said, yes, ma'am. Will you go to the white pages in the back of the phone book? How many of you remember those phone books? And she said, thumb all the way to the letter P. I did as she said. She said, when you get to psychiatrist, stop there and call the first listing. Set up an appointment, go to them, and tell them all about your troubles because you have lost your mind. I said, well, Mom, I'll do that. But I have to go to New York. When you're being pulled by something, you can ignore it, but it doesn't mean that it will go away. It'll just persist. And if it is the love and the desire of your heart, it will have the final say. One way or another, love always does. It has the final say. So I'm washing and I'm thinking about all of these things that my mother has said. And my mind says, what if she was right? I should have stayed with IBM. I wouldn't have been in this predicament. Renting, going from gig to gig, and now the gigs have stopped. I don't know when things are going to start again. And I became more agitated as I went down this tirade, this spiral of words that come to me. So I know that you're so frustrated. Look at your life. Look at what you have created. And then I started blaming. I blamed my father, I blamed my mother, I blamed my siblings, I blamed my beloved grandmother, anybody who could come to mind. Yeah, he was the one who said you should go and be an actor. I'll blame him. And then I finally blamed myself. And by this time, I've spiraled down to nearly the bottom of this. And my mind and the chatter is all over the place. Have you ever been swimming and you've gone too deep for too long and you're trying to paddle your way back up to the top? All of a sudden, after 45 minutes, I take a breath. What was that? And I heard a voice in my head. It was my higher self that said, get on the phone and call someone else. Get another voice in your head. Talk to somebody else. And I did. And I told them everything. I said, I've never been so angry. I've never been so disappointed. And I've never spiraled down like this. And I'm so disappointed in myself. So you shouldn't be. Look at all of the things that you've created. And I said, and look where I am now. I got off the phone. And for the first time in a long time, I can't remember when I asked God, God, where are you now? Where are you? I need to hear from you. I need to know. And again, my higher self says, go outside. Nature is always the neutralizer for me. And I stood waiting to hear. I said, look across the street at that tree. Okay. I said, I'm right there. That's where I am. You feel this brisk, soft wind against your cheeks? I'm right there. You see down the street all of the beautiful greenery. You hear the birds? Do you hear the creek? The water in the creek behind you? I'm there. That's me. I'm right where you are. I never left you. And I went back into my apartment and I sat on my bed and I said, God, are you here? And I heard this voice say, yes, I am. And so are you. As a matter of fact, in this very room, there's more hope and more joy for anything that you've ever experienced, because I'm here and because you are here, Charles. I said, oh, there's a song in this very room. There's quite enough joy for one like me. In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For spirit, yes, spirit is in this very room. Spirit's in this very room too. Because you are in this very room. So all of those things come back, and I come back to surface, and there's a gathering, a garnering of those things that I thought I had lost during that tirade of thought. All of the dreams that I thought of. What am I going to do next? This is what I want to do next. And they started spiraling up again. So I come on up a little higher. And there they are. There has to be something beyond this, I said. So I moved back to New York, wanted to be on Broadway again, and wanted to do this work with youth around emotional literacy and learning. I said, that's the love of my life. God, can I do it? Yes. Why? Because you're in the very room that you need to be in. There is something about being exactly where you are. And it doesn't matter how it feels, because the eyes of appearances will always give you a different story than what the divine spirit will. It will continue to buoy you. Wherever you are, Spirit will always tell you, you can. But you have to listen, because if that chatter gets its way into your head, it will have a tirade effect, and you will go all the way down, only to understand that I'm there too, to spiral you up once again. We're all there. We may not admit it, but we are. Because we're in this thing together, you know. There's no more lonely islands. I do it by myself. It's a collective effort. It always has been. But for some reason, we got out into the society and believed that we could do it by ourselves. Hello, that was me. And it took something. It took an ancestral vibration to come to me and say, oh, but we've always done it together. Join in the community. Yes? Take the breath here. And just breathe that in, because right where you are, the divine is right there. So now I'm trying to find my traction once again. Things have shifted, you know. I'm able to be on a stage again. I'm able to sing and to speak and see your lovely faces. Yes? But there is yet again something calling me. And the voices come back. I mean, the same voices that told me I could not do it, that I would be here and there's not anything on the other side of this. But I know them now. To be able to catch that in time and say, oh, but wait a minute. I'm in the room. And it doesn't matter if I'm in the room or outside or near a tree or hugging a tree. I'm in the room. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And so are you. So in this very moment, whatever it is that is calling you, that is pulling you, I say yes, and you say yes too, but you have to listen. Because there is something speaking beyond the natural, beyond the surface ear. There is something to be seen beyond the surface eye. And there is something to be done beyond anything that we've ever dreamed or imagined. Are we up for it? Yes. Are you up for it? Yes. I say yes. Do you say yes? Yes. I say yes. When I say yes, you say yes. Yes. All right then. We're on one accord here. So in concluding, I'd like to just share with you that message that wherever we are, God is. There is no place where this divine presence is not. And if God is there, we, in the fullness of our beauty, we're there too. David said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That fear is not, oh my goodness, the fear is a reverence for the inner connection and the inner being that I was created to be. The wonder of who I am is this unique expression of the divine that has come to the planet. There is no one like me. There is no one like you. Individual expression. And it's time for us, and I'll say it, I speak for everyone in this room. It's time for us to listen, because there is a call, there is a voice that is speaking through the ethers. Extreme beauty. And that thing is called us. It's harmonious. It's delicious. It's genius. It's brilliance. And it's contagious. And it's called us. Do you hear me? Yeah. So right where you are right now, just take the holy breath now. And whatever it is that's calling you, that's speaking to you now, just allow it to speak to you in a way that you understand, because it always does that anyway. And then just begin to move. Just begin to move. I decided that I would leave New York. So I am a child, really a child of the sun right now. Where's my home right now? Albuquerque. I'll go back to New York tomorrow to an Airbnb, but then the next couple of days I'll be getting ready to have a home in Texas. Because there's something calling me that is greater than anything that I've ever done, imagined, or dreamed. Am I jittery? Yes, I am. Do the voices come? Yes, they do. But the big voice, that one that cuts through everything, says, just go. You got the vision, Charles? There's always provision with vision. Just go. Everything has been provided for. Whatever it is that's calling you, it's already been provided for. All you have to do is step out. Step out and go. I'm talking to somebody. I may be talking to a few people. I may be talking to the whole room. But I'm talking to somebody today because I'm not the only one who's been through this. And they come. And I'm talking about the voices. They come at every turn. But oh, I see you now. I hear you now. I recognize you now. But I also recognize the other voice. And that's the one that is pulling me. That is the one that is pushing me gently and then sometimes telling me, if you stay too long, you'll be miserable, Charles, so just keep going. I got you. This morning, in this collective love that we live in, where everything may not seem like it, everything in the universe conspires for our good. There is that voice that is calling us to be more than we've ever been. And not just to be proactive and to step forward and to become that. Maybe it's something we never thought that we could be. I give thanks for this moment. I give thanks and great gratitude that we've had this time together. There will never be another assembly like this. This is unique. This is ours. And even if there's the same people here, it'll be a different vibration because we are in what? The room together. Yes? Yes. Thank you so much for your ears. God bless you. Yes.
Thank you, Charles. We have definitely received this morning, haven't we? We are so grateful. And now is the time for the taking of our offering, for as we have received, we sow, we give. We place ourselves in that divine flow of spirit, knowing there is always enough. We are always blessed. In the sense of practicality, since we have two congregations, there are baskets up here. One says Unity, one says RGCSL. So it makes our bookkeeping easier. So I will say the blessing first, and then we can say it together if that feels right for you. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Together, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
In the silence, I am asking what it is that I can do to become a vessel to receive my highest good. whispered that I always have a choice. Thank you.
So I invite us to take this moment to just bless what has come forward, to bless each other, to know that all the gifts that we bring forth from our hearts, all of them bless the communities around us. And each time we listen to that voice and we step into it, we are being that place of spirit. We are in the room.
Yes.
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 So I just bless all of this, knowing that it goes to the process of building and creating and loving and circulating in and through and as, and each one of us is a part of that. And so how grateful I am for that. So it is.
So this song is the, I guess the tag of what I just spoke about. It's called I Forgive Me. I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now is a time for me to let go of the shame. The past behind me, I see anew. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I
Breathe that in. Thank you, Charles. Are you ready for your change?
Yes.
And the only one that can get it is who? Me. Only one that can decide to listen to the voice which tells us the change is us. Yep. So we are blessed this afternoon to be able to spend some more time with Charles. We're going to have a workshop right in here at 1 o'clock, if not a couple minutes before. And so you're all invited. There is a charge of $30 for that. If that's an issue, just let us know. And we would love to have everyone there. And it's a great opportunity. Some of you may have seen Charles's book called Lessons I Learned from My 5-Year-Old Self. There you go. See, it gets a little chuckle there because people relate to that. And I will share with you that as I was listening to Charles tell his story of that time of the pandemic, that's the time he wrote that book because of working through his own stuff. So I'm sure it's filled with a lot of gems, as they say. So I just want to thank everybody for coming, for doing this with us together. Unity, we appreciate you. RGCSL, we appreciate you. And we do have at least one quick announcement this morning about something coming up this week for all of you that are looking for something to do on Valentine's Day.
Hi. So most of you have done some kind of meditation, and you know that there's something that you focus on. It may be your breath, it may be a mantra, it may be a candle, it may be something. On Valentine's Day, we're going to have a meditation where what we use as the focal point is some of my handcrafted chocolate. So it's going to be a chocolate meditation. I make truffles. I used to sell them. Now I only give them to people I like. And so it's going to be dark chocolate with cream to make a truffle, a little bit of honey and a little bit of ghee, a little bit of cinnamon, and some local mild red chili.
Yeah.
And we're going to eat that very, very, very slowly to use that as the entryway into a romance with our inner self. So have some dinner and then come over to have your little romance. It'll be from 7 until 8 or so, okay? And it's a love offering, and all of it goes to, one basket goes to Unity, one basket goes to Rio Grande CSL, so whichever way you want to do it. So thank you.
Thanks, Molly.
Charles says he can do another song. Do you think we should let him do it? Oh, okay. Molly has flyers if you need them. Charles, would you come up? Come on up.
So all my songs have themes, and this is my Los Angeles theme. But it was started in Nashville because I'm a tree hugger. I love trees. And so the tree used to be my base for hide and go seek, but then it became something very, very different after I realized that I was connected to and I'm a part of every living thing here on the planet. It's called I Am. And come back after service, come and see me back there. Take me home with you. My book's back there. is not very far. The song of the sages, the knowledge of the ages is living where you reside. You have the key that unlocks the door to enter in that sacred place you haven't gone before, where deep meets deep, soul to soul. Feel that connection as the truth unfolds. I am, I am, I am, I am, you aren't, hey, I am. Yes, you are the key that unlocks the door to freedom and leads you to me. Look deep inside you, trust the force that guides you. It knows the way. There's no separation, we're one and the same. A child of the Creator, known by different names. The Alpha and Omega, the eternal flame. It burns deep inside you. Do you know my name? I am, from the mountains to the oceans. I am, from the rocks to the trees. I am, all the stars and constellations. I am, you are. I am, from the mountains to the oceans. I am, from the rocks to the trees. I am, all the stars and constellations. I am, and you are, you are. I'm spiritual and mystical. I am light, I am love. I live in you, and you live in me. From the very low to the heavens above, I am. There's no separation, we're one and the same. A child of the Creator, known by different names. The Alpha and Omega, the eternal flame. It burns deep inside you. Do you know my name? I am, I am, I am. From the mountains to the oceans. I am from the rocks to the trees. I am all the stars and constellations. I am.
Oh, I'm going to steal Charles's line. Just say, breathe. Is that amazing? Thank you. And I'm going to go out on a limb and make a guess that there's probably still food back there from this morning, yes? Maybe you can go back there, get Charles's book, maybe have a snack. I really don't know. I'm making it up, but thank you all for being here. We so appreciate it, and isn't this a great day? Yes, thank you, and thank you, Susan.
Oh, you're
and
welcome.
John. Thank you. All right. Go eat. Or, I don't
I think are we going to have a benediction and a closing song, or just a closing song, or are we just going to go eat? Heck, I don't know. Okay, let's try this. Let's stand up and try to hold hands, if that works. Circle the room. If you're comfortable, if you'd rather have a contactless experience, just put your hand on your heart. I know there are a lot of us. Alrighty, it's looking good. We're going to close with the song that one of our practitioners, Yvette Trujillo, wrote when we were on a retreat last October, and it's a waltz. If you guys want to waltz, it's kind of like one of these. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. All right, I got.